All right.
What's going on? We have just finished playing football. Well, I have for 5 minutes. Pristine. Manchester United beat. Who did
Are you going to ignore the fact that you had the goal at your mercy to score the winner?
It was an incredible defensive block by the defender, and that's what I'm sticking to.
The video will be out. The video will be out Monday, so judge for yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, man. United win today at Old Trafford. Played a very strong team, didn't we?
I think that's.
But before we get stuck into the game and all that, we saw Rasmus Hojlund and his appearance. We found out he was injured, which is a bit annoying. But he is heading towards being back in training.
Just found out he was injured, like right now.
Right, just me saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's injured, but he will be back in training. He just can't do full training at this moment.
So he ain't going to be here tomorrow.
Probably not.
I had a dress and everything.
Yeah, and it's what's annoying is that we've got no striker fit at the moment.
No.
Because my boy Tony's not fit.
Oh, that's a shock.
And now Rasmus has turned up, not fit. So a bit disappointing, but obviously we got to see him for the first time. How excited are you to see him in the Man United shirt?
Very, because like you said, we don't have a striker, and that's a problem, innit? Like you can't, like, it's not as drastic as having no keeper, I guess, but like it's pretty drastic.
It is. I imagine Rashford will be the one playing through the middle.
Gotta be.
At the start of the season.
Looked alright him today, and so did Garnacho. Nice and bright.
Considering he's been pretty
threat.
poor for most of the campaign pre-season so far, it was good to see Marcus Rashford getting a goal and looking half decent. What did you make of their first goal though? Because obviously Delors gives the ball away. Onana's off his line, gets chipped. A lot of people talking about Onana. I thought it was Delors' fault, to be totally honest.
Absolutely Delors' fault, yeah. And I know he's one of our boys, but it was your fucking fault.
No, it was.
And I know what TalkSport saw that and went, clear all next week's programming. We got ourselves a topic.
They're gonna have David De Gea on Piers Morgan soon, discussing that. But no, it was for me. That's just a clear message and a clear, warning sign to the defenders that if your passing's not on point, because we've got this new goalkeeper, he's going to be off his line. So it's basically an assist if you get your pass wrong. We
said it all last week, didn't we? That what you're seeing with Onana is basically he's marking that entire half of the pitch on his own. He's patrolling that shit on his own. So if you're going to fuck up the way you did there, and the guy's just seen him off his line and gone, let me just have a dig. I reckon 7 out of 10 times that goes into the Stretford end. But no, it didn't. So it's well frustrating because it's putting extra pressure on Onana and all of that trash media like TalkSport and like all the red tops, they're gonna just write nonsense about that now, rather than analyse some of the really good stuff that he's done, rather than analyse how fast he's getting the ball moving forward, that he breaks lines with the ball, that he's going over the top when teams try and press us, like rather than all the real tangible things that have improved Manchester United's play. One of the reasons we were so dominant with the ball today was because of that. They won't talk about that. They'll go, yeah, but we got chipped off his line.
Mason Mount, Mr. Sitter. Everyone's going to be talking about that. But what have you made of his...
Actually, what I'll say is, you see the Mason Mount one?
No. Because it would be the same if his knee was a defender making a great block. He kicked it off himself.
Don't know about that.
Yeah, he definitely kicked it off himself.
Don't know about that.
Also, you're forgetting the Zlatan-like touch.
Oh, with the chest?
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, he had one good touch.
I did try to hit him with my head though at that time. That's a joke. I should have said.
Be real. Jaden got his first run out for Paddock today, and he did what Mason Mount did. Twice.
Class.
No, he missed.
Yeah, he missed possession twice. Yeah. But I mean, what have you made of Mason Mount in this pre-season? What do you think he's going to add to the team?
I think what we're seeing from him is a lot of real good stuff off the ball, and I haven't seen the final ball that we know Mason Mount comes with and delivers, but I really like what I've seen with him in terms of the second ball. I've seen him winning stuff high up. I've seen him turning over and transitioning really well, but his final ball's either not been there or who he's passed it to has fluffed his lines. So I think what you'll see is as he settles down into the team, you'll see a real good bit of play and it'll be Mason Mount at the heart of it. And
I do think he's a good signing though, to be honest, and I think he'll be a huge...
So it is.
There's even things where you don't see what he's doing, where though we wouldn't have that if he wasn't on the pitch.
Listen, it's Divs who go, no goals assists, it must be shit. That's what it is.
But when he adds those goals assists, I think he'll be looking good.
They won't have any.
The second half was obviously a bit better.
It was a lot better.
What do you think that was?
I thought we had a lot of control. In terms of like what was the specific reason, I don't know yet. But it was a lot of control. We looked really composed. And that was at all areas. Like we played the football in their half. We looked like we were getting at them. Garnacho was a constant threat.
Oh, he looked so good, didn't he?
Even Anthony will look like a bit of a threat. He's still going to twat it over the bar. But
I'm a bit torn on Anthony. Look, I think he was better last season than people give him credit for, but I also get really frustrated with him. Like, we were having a discussion today in the pub and I was like, he's nowhere near Nani. Like, he's nowhere near the level of Nani. And
I was so frustrated with Nani.
And we were so frustrated with Nani, but there's times where Anthony gets on the ball and you're like, just go for them. Get at him, run at him. We even seen that clip of him in training, kind of cut it back, and you're like, if that's what you're doing in training, what does that, like, why are you doing that? And we know the manager doesn't want him to do that. Like, we know that's not an instruction from the manager to go backwards. So why do you keep going backwards or sideways when you have the opportunity and you have clear grass in front of you? I think that's a little bit frustrating for me. I think it adds a lot in terms of
the one thing he does
off
do
the
is
ball
he holds the shape really well.
Yeah.
And I think people probably underrate how beneficial that is to the team. But when he's on the ball, he can be so much better than he's delivering us at the moment.
What are your thoughts? And obviously we'll see this progress once Hojlund gets in the team, once Onana settles and stuff. But what are your thoughts on the style of playing? How different do you think it will be this season? Because I feel like last season, Ten Hag was kind of playing a game, like he adjusted himself. He was like, all right, I can't do what I really want to with the hair. And I feel like
you're right.
This season will be closer to what he wants us to be.
I also think that we're probably going to come up with a different idea for away games. And we probably need to. Because we probably, under Fergie, and even under the likes of Jose, you knew Jose was going to park the bus. You knew Ollie was going to park the bus a little bit, try and play on the counter. With Fergie, we never really saw, apart from the really, really big games. But maybe we need to adjust our games against anybody in the top 10 just a little bit. Maybe adjust the mentality, go a tiny bit more direct. Maybe not try and play out the same exact way all the time. And maybe that was a consequence of having David De Gea as well. I think you'll probably see a little bit more pragmatism in those away games, but a lot more dominance in the home games.
For sure. Do you think that was our strongest 11 at the start? Obviously, the low started and Wan-Bissaka didn't. I feel like Wan-B might be in the strongest.
I think that's the one change. Especially on that, the low had an opportunity today and did not take it.
You think that mistake is going to be something that the manager thinks of? Or is it just something that the players, you have to realise it was just a mistake?
It was just a mistake, but I also think that Wan-Bissaka's been excellent in pre-season. And
at the end of last season as well. I think he was looking really good. Where do you think Mount's strongest position is? Because I feel like it has to be the 8.
Yeah, and today, like we saw us play almost like a 4-1-4-1 today. That was the sort of shape I was noticing from United a little bit. I think he gets a lot of freedom. And I like Bruno being given the freedom to drift wide as well. The ball that he plays for the Mount chance, he just hits it first time, boom. Garnacho stayed on side. Garnacho's done well to keep his head up, knock it back inside for Mount, and then Mount's just gone, shit, my bad.
I think he was much like me in front of that goal, thinking, here's the moment.
Listen, it's what? 89th minute, it's 3-2.
Here's the moment.
It's 89th minute, it's 3-2. We went 3-0 up first half, and then clearly the lads was all thinking about what tables they're getting later.
Yeah.
We had a shite second half. Put Maka and
I think your
Jadon
centre-backs were stood next to each other going, who's getting bottle service tonight? What are you getting? What bottles are we getting?
And then it's come across, and we said, imagine Maka gets the winner. Like, it's perfect, isn't it? And then it comes across him, it's flashed across the boss, and then just...
No, to be fair, it was on target, defender blocked it. I promise you'll see it on the video. I'm not having anyone say I missed that clean, because my left foot is so good.
You didn't put a good corner in, though.
Yeah, a good corner. It was a little Zlatan-esque touch. Mate, I was on it. I don't even know what I was going to say now.
Who gives a fuck?
But like,
we're having a top night out in Dublin. That's all that matters.
Do you think we need any more transfers?
Yes, I need Amrabat in the team. I want that little bit of steel and a little bit more quality in midfield. Listen, we're off on a good night out in Dublin. We're going to watch probably the academy against Athletic Bilbao tomorrow. But it's all good.
If you see me stumbling around Dublin, yeah,
mind your business.
Yeah, mind your business and don't judge on holiday.
Yeah, and stop filming it.
Yeah, subscribe to Stretford Paddock. Make sure you like it, comment and sharing. That game will be up soon, so you can go and see how great I was.
In a bit.